If you're an entrepreneur or a professional who works in water treatment, would you prefer 70 curious people who waste your time or 7 clients ready to sign your contracts? You see, when you talk to people who come to a trade show or your showroom, and the phrase you hear most often is, "Oh well, I hope there's some foot traffic." See, you need to know that foot traffic isn't actually what you need. Because if you sell or rent water treatment systems, you're not really living off of passers-by, you're living off of the right clients. This is true if you have a showroom, it's true if you do trade shows, and it's also true online, where the foot traffic in this case is web traffic or followers or likes, okay? But what you need are the right clients. In other words, people who can actually buy or rent and who can do it from you right now. The problem is that many people think that the more people who pass by the booth, the more people who pass through the showroom, the more people who like something, the better it is, and that everything is going right. But that's not true. Because in reality, 7 right people are better than 70 curious ones who pass by out of boredom or, write to you asking for information just because they're bored. Because you're not there doing what you do, you're not in the water treatment world to entertain and put on a show. You're there for one thing and one thing only, to meet the people who are ready to make a decision and those who have the power to sign or at least to say yes to one of your contracts to rent a water dispenser. You need people for whom your system can make a difference in their lives. So if you're in the HoReCa sector, I'm talking about restaurants, I'm talking about hotel managers, I'm talking about office managers with 50, 100, 200 employees. I'm talking about families if you operate in the domestic market. But I'm talking about those who need to solve a problem with water treatment, with water itself, whether it's a problem of space, logistics, convenience of, let's say, warehouse management, or even profit margins, okay? Managing bottles and so on and so on. So the real question is, what can you do to bring these people into your world, into your water treatment company? The answer is simple. You can't just wait for them. Instead, you have to attract them. You have to call out to them. In a way, you also have to pre-qualify them to make sure they are truly the right people. And you have to build a reason for people to contact you, to come to your booth, to come to your showroom, okay? A reason for them to come specifically to you. So if you operate in water treatment and one of your targets, one of your markets is everything in the HoReCa sector, what can you do, for example? Well, first of all, you can go and contact these people who are, let's say, restaurant owners or, as I said, hotel managers and so on, and invite them to your booth, invite them to your showroom, or even invite them to a meeting at their restaurant, but with a specific message. For example, hey, let's meet because I want to show you how you can get rid of managing water bottles forever, gaining space and gaining margin, a higher profit margin, okay? You see, if you give them a similar proposal, now I've just given you a very general and simple example because I want you to understand the principle, but with this message, you haven't asked for their attention because you've actually offered a solution to a real problem they're experiencing. So it's important that you talk to the right person and not just to someone who's curious. So now you're probably asking, yes, but Fabio, how can I do that? I don't have time in this video to explain the whole strategy, but I can give you 3 things you can do to attract only the right people to your stand. Point number 1 is, make a list of who you want to come. Who do you want to come to your stand? Past clients who for some reason stopped buying from you or stopped using your systems. Dormant clients, meaning those who may have asked for information but never moved forward. Or clients who were referred by your other partners or other companies. Buyers, so local purchasers. In short, who do you want to come to your stand? Who do you want to visit your site? Create a list and never show up without this list in front of you when you're planning your marketing activities. Point number 2, give them a reason to come to you. So whether it's an exclusive offer, something they can't find elsewhere, a demonstration, a free trial, a consultation, a case study, come up with something, but give them a reason, okay? Just the fact that you exist, that you have nice water dispensers, or that you provide excellent support service and all that is not enough. Because the client takes that for granted. And most importantly, they only find that out after they sign the rental contract with you or after they buy your system. Point number 3, filter. You're in the business, so learn to filter people too. Because not everyone can be treated the same way. Because clients who are obviously your target should be handled with more depth because they're ready to buy from you sooner. Those who aren't your target, on the other hand, should obviously be treated with courtesy but without wasting too much time, okay? Because you need to dedicate that time to those who are ready to use your products, who are ready to use your systems and your services, okay? You're not just there to make an appearance, and you're not online to get followers or likes. You're there to help people who have a problem with anything related to water treatment. In short, you're here in this water treatment sector to do business, okay? And business is done with the right people, not with the crowd. I hope I've given you some food for thought in this video as well. I always remind you, click the button below and subscribe to the Onnwater YouTube channel, but most importantly, click the bell button, okay? Because this is very important content, so you need to be notified when it comes out so you won't miss a single one. See you in the next video.